cause y'all know what it is.
TNN Trap News Network.
I was with Rich Trapper.
I flex with you.
What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? Rich Trapper tapping in, TNN Trap News Network. Back in this thing, back in this thing. It's like cracking this thing here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that good news you can use. It's that good knowledge-ito you're not finna get in nobody's college-ito. Make sure you hit that notification bell at the top. Hit all. Stay tapped in for the latest and the greatest. Hit that like, hit that hype, hit that comment, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that share button for everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Make sure you tap in. Leave a comment because we're going back to the chili giveaway. So when we get to 31,000 subscribers, we're going to make sure that we pick the best comment between now and 31,000 subscribers. We're going to give you some chili, big dog. So it's important that you comment. It's important that you comment. It's important that you comment. Once we get 31,000 subscribers, we're going to make sure that we let y'all know an exact date and exact time that we will be doing a live to give away that money. You got Cash App, you got Apple Pay, you got Zelle, you got Venmo. Don't worry about it. We're going to make sure you get that chili. Make sure you hit that like button, that comment, that good subscribe button. TNN Trap News Network. We taking it back to the basics, man. Hey, man, we finish up right into this content. My man Byron Blake is breaking down the many lies of Wack 100, man. For those of y'all who don't know, Byron Blake has been giving us a lot of news we can use and knowledge. Excuse me, we're not going to get nobody's college. And making sure that we stay updated on exactly what's going on with the Wack 100 Big U situation. It's live right there, live. It's a video right there. Everybody mind their business, don't worry about it. Byron Blake has been keeping us updated, and it's looking like Wack has been caught up in another lie. Byron Blake's going to break it down, man. Let's get into it. Let's go.
But I like to see.
Make sure you hit
Officer Wack 100 is
hit a like, hit a hype, hit a comment, hit a
panic. And if you notice, recently, he kind of been talking about everything else but Big U. But since the spotlight been on him, now he's rushing to read documents. So a new document was filed. And Wack, I believe that after I exposed that the government is saying those overt acts constitute charges, Wack is now concerned that he may be getting exposed in this paperwork, so he's rushing to read documents, right? Wack and his minions took to Clubhouse. I assume that they were trying to beat me to putting out the paperwork so they could control the narrative, but they actually did what people do when they talk too much, and it's expose themselves. Wack exposed himself tremendously in this clip that I'm about to run for y'all. And
man, Wack humiliated himself in that Clubhouse clip, but I'm gonna let Byron Blake drive the car. Y'all, look, man, I'm just riding with y'all. I'm in the passenger seat, chat y'all driving the car, comment y'all driving the car, but today, I'm gonna sit in the back seat. Chat, y'all sit in the passenger seat, we're gonna let Byron Blake drive the car.
I'm gonna chime back in with some paperwork, but yeah, we ain't gonna waste no time.
What's up, Wack? You see your boy telling, huh? Who? See, that's what we talking about here.
That nigga lied, snitching like a mother.
So, Wack,
first of all, Molly Mall don't even know Dale. Ain't never met this nigga day in his life. So for that nigga to say Molly Mall got rid of the video because he was hiding his criminal activity with Dale Morrison. Molly Mall was already convicted at the time of the murder.
right.
Now, before we get too deep into this, I gotta address this lie. Wack is saying that these two guys don't know each other and Big U is snitching. But listen to this. This is Big U's argument. The government's narrative regarding...
And mind you, what Byron Blake is reading is not his own making up words, making up facts. He's looking at he's looking at the actual federal court document. But Byron Blake's not making any of this up. He's reading the actual federal documentation. So by him reading the actual federal documentation, it's not hearsay. It's not maybe not. It's actual factual of what's going on. You feel me?
The missing surveillance footage is a calculated inversion of the facts. While the prosecution attempts to pin the disappearance of evidence on Mr. Henley, the timeline reveals a far more sinister and coordinated effort between Witness 1 and Witness 2. In January 2021, Witness 1, who was then an employee of Witness 2, was recently entangled in the criminal justice system following his October 2020 arrest for solicitation of a prostitute. This arrest appears similar to the conduct for which Witness 2 now faces federal scrutiny. The jury is entitled to consider that witness 1 and witness 2 were not mere bystanders, but partners in a panicked cover-up of their sex offenses that were captured on video surveillance during the night of the murder. So Big U is saying that
during the night of the murder, them niggas is picking up Yasi.
They destroyed this to cover up their own evidence of what they was doing, and he didn't.
So Big U is maintaining that in a situation with Rayshawn Williams, where they saying Big U destroyed the security footage. Big U saying I didn't destroy nothing. Marley Marl was over there buying a Yasiu, and he didn't want nobody to know he was buying a Yasiu.
But he also says witness 1 asserts that witness 2 sent him away in the middle of the night, just days after the murder. Miraculously, when he returned, the surveillance system was conveniently inoperable. So, Big U ain't telling nothing. Witness 1 said that witness 2 sent him away in the middle of the night. This is their own words. He not tying nobody together. And another thing I want to point out is that this says witness 1 and witness 2, not CHS 1 and witness 2. They identify Big Dale as CHS 1, not witness 1. So unless something has changed,
so it looks like Marley Marl and Dale are witnesses 1 and 2.
then this is somebody completely different. But if it is the same person, then this person told the feds that he knows witness 2. So how is he making something up by saying that these two guys know each other? One more thing before we get started. Big U says the jury is entitled to consider whether this was a strategic purge of evidence conducted by two men, witness 1 and witness 2, whose own criminal livelihoods were at risk of exposure. By destroying the footage themselves, witness 1 and witness 2 ensured that the only remaining evidence would be their own self-serving, uncorroborated testimony. Testimony that they now use as leverage to shift the government's crosshairs from their own shared criminal enterprise and onto Mr. Henley. Look how dirty the game is that this dude is playing.
The game is super dirty. And Wack is just playing a game of semantics and wordplay and all this, but Wack can't escape the fact that Big U is charged with assault on him. You feel me? I told y'all that Wack was a victim in Big U's case. I kept saying it, bro. I kept saying it. And Big U has been charged with assault on Wack 100.
These two people are witnesses against Big U, but he's so desperate to control the narrative in this situation that he's racing to get a story out, which means he's not even accurately reading the paperwork before he starts talking. And I'm going to give y'all more examples of that throughout this video. But in this case, he's saying these two guys don't know each other, but witness 1 said witness 2 sent him away in the middle of the night.
So how can these dudes not know each other? One is sending the other one away in the middle of the night. Yeah, man. Wack. Man. Wack. You got to get it together, Unky Cash. Come on, Unky Cash.
And he tries to say, oh, well, he had already been convicted, as if being convicted would stop cooperation. So at this point, I want to direct your attention to Rule 35B, which is the reduction for substantial assistance. Y'all probably hear people talking about 5K1, Rule 35. The government may file a motion to reduce a sentence if the defendant provided substantial assistance in investigating or prosecuting another person. But this is the part I want y'all to see. Rule 35B motions are usually filed within 1 year of sentencing. Motions after 1 year are limited to cases where the assistance was unknown or not useful until later. So this is something that happens after you have already been convicted and sentenced. You don't get the motion. The government don't file the motion for you because they have to file it. Y'all see it here. They have to file it. They don't file it for you to get the reduction until after you done already been sentenced.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense for them to file a motion for a reduction until after you've been sentenced, because before you're sentenced, there's nothing to reduce. And then you get sentenced, and then you get X amount of time, and then you can reduce that time. But prior to getting sentenced, it ain't nothing to reduce. So how you trying to reduce something if it ain't nothing to reduce? You can't reduce zero. You can't take them into the negatives. I mean, you can, but that would start giving them good credit and good time. And I ain't trying to do that. So mathematically, you actually can reduce from zero and go into the negatives. But I digress. We're not here for that. You feel me? But, you know what I'm saying? All this whole concept of, you trying to reduce something but you ain't got nothing to reduce. That don't make no sense. Wack just be lying. Wack lies so much that people just stop listening to it and just let it go through one ear and out the other, and they'll kind of treat it like it's like just good storytelling. But nah, man, he lied, bro. He's
convicted already means nothing. Now I want to stop it right there. Let's stop it right there. Wack is saying that Big U is snitching because Big U filed this document. The government asserts that witness 2 will testify that Henley and Robinson later removed the surveillance cameras from the home and studio after the murder. On the date of the alleged murder, witness 2 was pending sentencing for interstate facility in aid of unlawful activity. While the government intends to offer witness 2's testimony that Mr. Henley sought to destroy security video from January 2021, the defense must be permitted to argue that witness 2 had a far more compelling personal motive to destroy the same evidence, the concealment of his own rampant ongoing.
Yeah, man, if you got caught on camera buying Yasayutes, that's a good reason to want to get rid of that content. It's a good reason to want to get rid of that content, for sure.
Criminal activity. In his plea, witness 2 admitted to operating unlawful escort services and inducing victims to travel interstate to engage in prostitution. While omitted from the formal factual basis, the underlying allegations reveal...
Yeah, so that's not snitching. Molly Mall has already told people and has already taken accountability for his unlawful use of Yasayutes. So Big U saying that he... All right, let me break it down. Molly Mall, he already said, yeah, man, I be buying these illegal Yasayutes. I'm a Yasayute yayer. I buy the Yussi. That's what he do. He like to pay for Yussi. You feel me? That's his business. But in Vegas, it's legal ways to do it. It's illegal ways to do it. Molly Mall can't get right. He gonna go to dark side. He ain't gonna pay to play the correct way. He gonna do it through the back end. His business. You admit to this. You take accountability for this. The courts know it. You fight the case for it. Whatever your business is. All right, cool. Big U say, well, I don't know nothing about nobody. You feel me? Well, why would Molly Mall erase it? Because like the nigga said, he paid for Yasayutes. You feel me? He be paying for the Yasti. You feel me? That's what he do. He paid for the Yasti. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Is that snitching? Y'all smarter than me, bro. Like I always say, man, y'all smarter than me. To me, I think that's regurgitating what somebody already said. That's not introducing no new information. Y'all already know he do this. He already caught doing it. You feel me? So it's not adding no new charges. It's just this is what the situation is. You feel me? So I don't know nothing about erasing no cameras to cover up no body, but like y'all said, that nigga buy the Yasayutes. He trying to get rid of that. You feel me? So let me know what y'all think in the comments. Let me know what y'all think in the chat. Is that snitching?
A sophisticated system of exploitation. Witness 2 forced sex workers to surrender most or all of their earnings, coerced them to obtain tattoos as signals loyalty, and govern sex workers through manipulation and threats. Hallmarks of the same deceptive and predatory control he now attempts to attribute to Mr. Henley. So in this document, what Big U is arguing is that the government is attempting to stop him from cross-examining Molly Mall and Big Dale about certain things. Specifically, he's saying that the government wants to argue that Big U had the surveillance footage destroyed because he was attempting to cover up this murder, or at least evidence that he was with the victim or whatever.
Okay, so Molly Mall saying that Big U covered up a body. Big U say Molly Mall covered up yimping and yandering and human yaffiking. We all understood now. Let's keep going.
Big U is saying, hey, at the time of this alleged murder, Molly Mall was supposed to turn himself in, and it's possible that he was destroying his surveillance footage because he was getting ready to go to jail. He didn't want anybody out here running around with video footage of the activity that y'all accused him and convicted him of going on. You know, like, this dude is getting ready to turn himself in from being convicted of committing a crime. It's possible that he was still committing that crime while he was waiting to turn himself in, and he don't want y'all to get no more evidence of that and possibly come up with some new charges. So Wack is trying to say that Big U is snitching on Molly Mall by saying this, by saying, hey, the guy who is snitching on me is only snitching because he's convicted of something. So y'all saying he a criminal.
Well, to play the game that these YouTubers play, I say black is white, white is black. You know what I'm saying? Up is down, left is right. You feel me? I'm gonna kind of no way in between type of individual. Either you right or you wrong. Either you snitched or you didn't. I don't know about the gray area, but what I do know is this: based off the YouTube streets, everybody feels like, well, there's no paperwork. There's no paperwork. So we're looking at the paperwork. Wack 100 is the victim in the case, and he has been victimized by the federal government, by the federal government's words, by Big U. Big U's being charged with assault on Wack 100. Big U and Molly Mall now have a question of this tape, this surveillance footage. Was it covering up a body? Was it covering up, excuse me, Yasayushin? It's to be decided. We'll find that out later. What we do know is, as of right now, none of Big U's statements have been used to incriminate Molly Mall in a case that he's already taken time for. So there's no introduction of new information. There's no increased jail time or probation, fines, penalties, anything like that. Seems like Wack is trying to talk about everything but the fact that he's in the paperwork as a victim. We're going to keep going.
Y'all saying the footage was destroyed because he snitching saying that I did something. Maybe the footage was destroyed because he was still doing what y'all just convicted him of doing. That's it, that's all. But let's keep going, though, because it gets more interesting. The violation of supervised release report indicates more of the same. See Exhibit D, petition for witness 2's violation of request for a warrant. The report describes witness 2's master bedroom as containing a hidden door on a mirrored wall leading to a sex room and a bedroom he intentionally hid from federal authorities for years. It further alleges witness 2 was actively engaged in a prostitution business, utilized as a known felon muscle to check people, and tested positive for cocaine, marijuana, and MDMA. What is worse, witness 2 committed these offenses while actively petitioning the court for early termination of supervised release, representing a series of bold-faced lies to the court that he was in full compliance with his conditions. A jury could reasonably conclude that in January 2021, witness 2 destroyed the video evidence, not to protect Mr. Henley, but to avoid federal prosecution, revocation of his plea agreement, and extended sentence related to purging footage of his own ongoing illegal activity. Further, the jury must hear witness 2 has recently been caught tampering with witness and lying to federal law enforcement, specifically to avoid going to jail, as this directly illustrates a bias and a willingness to lie that the jury cannot adequately assess without knowing the specific, high-stakes nature of the conduct he was attempting to cover up. This evidence demonstrates that witness 2's cooperation is a calculated effort to deflect investigative attention from his pervasive and ongoing criminal conduct and onto Mr. Henley.
Damn.
Of course, Wack and his club.
Well, that paperwork sounds like actually Molly Mall is snitching on Big U. Shit. When you trying to put your stuff on somebody else, god damn. I'm not saying that's true. I'm not saying it's false, but I'm saying I'm sick of the broken promises. Goodness gracious. There's a lot going on here for $2.
Our spin masters would try to put their own twist on this as well. Check this
How much time is left in it?
out.
So all of this shit that he's saying about the hidden rules and shit, is that stuff that was already in Molly Mall case? Or is that some new shit that Big U was introducing?
It's one with Molly Mall case.
Because did Molly Mall already have like a prostitution charge or something like
He
that?
already been at it. Been fighting 7 years.
Okay.
He was already convicted. Look, bro, I drove the nigga to the airport for him to turn himself in at 6 in the morning.
Right.
So that was nigga. For him to say that, but see,
It's so funny hearing that dude lost for words because he was really lost for words at the end of that. But what I want to point out is it says that the violation report says, and it says the report describes witness 2's master bedroom as containing a hidden door on a mirrored wall leading to a sex room. The violation report says. So these dudes be always on here talking paperwork and he snitching and I read it and bro, if you read it, you would see that the paperwork says that this information was already in this dude's violation report.
It doesn't look like Big U introduced any new information.
You was just highlighting it, saying, hey, if we are going to go to trial and y'all going to use this dude as a witness against me, I need to be able to present this information to the jury so they can know exactly what type of person he is and know that these things were going on at the time. This is not what he was charged with. This is a violation report. So this was something that was going on after he already done been.
In any basic trial, you have the right to face your accuser. There's no reason why Big U shouldn't be able to present his evidence should he see fit, because they're not bringing up any charges. They're just bringing up contradictions in the story that benefit him. So I'm not seeing snitching
on papers and shit. Like, this is what y'all gotta get. These dudes be so thirsty to hear Wack say Big U snitching that they try to set the stage for him. So is that already in the paperwork? And then he couldn't even explain it. But let's keep going, though, because it really gets dumber.
he was waiting on the turn-in date. His case was already done. He don't know Dale. Ain't never seen Dale. Dale ain't never been to his house. Marty didn't even know Big U was over there.
So this is what Big U was adding to some shit. See, that was the thing that was trying to get some.
Nigga trying to save himself. He trying to. If it come out of your attorney's mouth, if it come out of your attorney's mouth, it came out of your mouth to him to say it.
But this dude is so desperate to paint the picture that Big U is providing information and cooperating that he's revealing information. First of all, bro, you acknowledging that you was with this guy the date that he turned himself in, and when we put that with you acknowledging that Big Dale told you that he was cooperating against Big U, we got a very compelling case to say that you was in the middle of this and you part of this plot.
And I still always wonder, like, how was Wack not in jail for all the things that he admits to on the internet? Like, bro, you was just trying to pass child corn off. Like, it's so many things that Wack is admitted to doing on the internet and just nothing. And then you're so caught up in this where you're taking people to the airport right before they get locked up and all this and all that. Like, again, what is your involvement in this situation, for sure?
It's very compelling. But what's even more compelling is the way that you get on here and try to spin all of the information. Once again, I don't believe that they referring to Big Dale. It says witness 1, not CHS 1. But I say Big Dale because I'm just highlighting his argument. But I don't believe that that's who they referring to. But in any case, these two people are saying that they know each other. Wack is trying to say that they don't know each other. Wack is saying that this guy was going to turn himself in, and that would somehow exclude him from cooperating, I guess. But I'm showing y'all that Rule 35 usually take place after a person has already been convicted and sentenced, and usually that doesn't happen until after you have already cooperated, which leads me to my next point. Big U is actually arguing that the government is trying to limit the things that he can cross-examine this witness about by pushing the date back for the sentencing so that Big U is unable to bring up the fact that this witness received a lenient sentence for his cooperation. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So the trial is scheduled to happen, let's say the trial is scheduled to happen in June, and the sentencing is pushed back, continued until August. It was set to happen whenever. Y'all heard Wack saying he turned himself in to get sentenced, but it's been continued all the way until after Big U's trial. Big U is saying that this is a strategic move by the government so that when this witness testifies, Big U is unable to present to the jury that he received leniency for testifying against him. If this guy gets on the stand, Big U can't cross-examine him and say, hey, so you were convicted of a crime, right? Yes. And did you receive any leniency for your sentence? He can say no. Technically, right now, he can say no because he hasn't received.
But then if it happens all after, yeah, that's a tricky move. That's a tricky move. But see, Wack knows all this, and he's trying to sweep it under the rug because it's only a matter of time before he has to sit in the hot seat of admission of being a
anything yet. And that's what he arguing. So for Wack to try to, by you saying that this guy turned himself in however long ago to get sentenced, and we see now that Big U's case is now going on years later. Big U been locked up over a year now, and this dude still haven't been sentenced. This dude was turning himself in to get sentenced way back when this situation was happening, and he just now, like, he still haven't got sentenced yet. What does that tell you, bro?
Niggas is working.
They just magically waiting until after the trial to sentence this dude? What does that tell you? Wack is on her. I like it because he's, like I say, he's so desperate to get a narrative out that he doesn't realize the mistakes that he's making. He's rushing to get this because he doesn't like the fact that these breakdowns have been coming, and we've been being honest and showing that Big U is actually winning to a degree on these motions. Either the government is coming back and saying, well, all right, we won't use this or we won't bring this up, or they present the
Byron Blake is coming with a hell of a breakdown. I ain't gonna. But we finna get up out of here to the next one, man. Red dots to the left. You know the rest. Hit like, comment, subscribe for more of these type of content. Hit the hype button. We up out of here.
Protest the air, Smith. We on the air. Protest the air at our best. You know that, man. Off the air. You know what I'm saying? We out here, ground zero for the neighborhood hero. We got all four corners. TMC, the marathon definitely continue. Mr. Burger right here, live in the flesh. We out here, man. Trap news. You know that, nigga.
Apollo Jackson. Dangerous. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Work all in the floorboards. Tell the ops check the scoreboard. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. And if you shoot, you ain't miss. A nigga ball like game 6. A nigga ball like game 6.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Water like us niggas up in game 6. Missy with the bush and you can save it. Water like us niggas up in game 6.
Game 60 bands on my neck when I got it on me. And I remember I was broke, I never let him hold me. Final seconds with my back against the wall, 81 points strong with this K, I call it Kobe. Running through this lettuce, nothing you can tell us. Gotta watch my back, I know that they get jealous. Real shit, I got rich, ain't gotta embellish. Real life made men, they call us good fellas. And I ain't got anxiety, I know it's intuition. May never love a bitch, but I for sure play my position. I know the streets talking, I'm cracking, so I ain't tripping. I said I play for keeps, but I guess them niggas ain't listening. Sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Shoot like Curry, and I can't miss. Nah, you can't come outside when it's dangerous. You niggas never outside when it's outside, nigga.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Water like us niggas up in game 6. Missy with the bush and you can save it. Water like us niggas up in game 6.
I've been winning, tell my ops check the scoreboard. Money in the attic, work all in the floorboards. Late night, that's the life that we pray for. Overtime with the pack is what we in the game for. Put myself in the game and everything is just a memory. Made a couple plays for the pain, not an enemy. Gotta watch my friends more, I gotta watch the enemies. Friends is hella fake, I know what enemies intentions. I let it go until it click if I'm aiming. Started staying safe and ended up staying dangerous. Game on the line, see the pressure I can take. Hall of Fame shit, so if it's mine, I'ma take. Niggas sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Niggas shoot like Curry and I can't miss. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we didn't get from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. Missing with the bullshit, you can save it. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we didn't get from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. Missing with the bullshit, you can save it. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6.
Safe like Jordan, call it game 6. Shoot like Curry and I can't miss. You niggas never outside when it's dangerous. You niggas always inside when it's dangerous. Shoot like Curry and I can't miss. Niggas sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous.